Republic is all set to bring you its day-long event tomorrow on the 5th of December starting around 8:45 in the morning. Don't miss out on the action as government representatives and industry leaders discuss India's growth story at the India Economic Summit, sustaining the dream run.
इंडिया का क्या होगा? हम लोग निराश नहीं हैं और राजनीति में, लोकतंत्र में इस तरह के परिणाम आते हैं.
Big fallout of Congress's three-state debacle. Mamta and Akhilesh hit out, say time to introspect. Mega huddle after historic mandate. Key meeting underway at Amit Shah's residence as questions emerge over chief ministerial face.
The members of the Congress newly elected party unanimously resolved to authorize the AICC President Shri Mallikarjun Kharge ji to appoint the Congress Legislative Party leader.
In Telangana, Congress faces revolt against Revanth Reddy. Troubleshooter DK Shivkumar heads to national capital now. Mamta stokes fresh controversy, asks everyone to stand up for the state national anthem.
जो लीडर ऑफ द अपोजिशन है उसने इस रिपोर्ट को लीक कर दिया है, क्योंकि उसने जो चिट्ठी लिखी है हार्स है या क्या है वो कैसे पता. तो इसका मतलब ये है कि एक प्रिविलेज तो अधीर रंजन चौधरी पर भी बनता है.
Mawa report major face-off between BJP and Congress. BJP claims Congress claims bogus. In Mizoram ruling, MNF falls behind opposition. ZPM wins with comfortable majority. And welcome you watching The Burning Question with me, Shavinson. Ladies and gentlemen, the Congress has lost to the BJP 3-0 in Hindi heartland states with a consolation win in Telangana. Now, the party has failed to save its government in Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh or exploit the anti-incumbency against the almost 20-year-old BJP government in Madhya Pradesh. While its win against the BRS in Telangana does bode well for its revival in southern states, the state sends only 17 parliamentarians to the parliament. The three states that the Congress lost sends a combined 65 parliamentarians to the parliament. The losses have seriously weakened the Congress's position in the opposition India bloc. The party certainly hoped that a good performance in these state elections would establish its dominance over the grouping. Instead, it has lost the moral authority to even lead such an alliance. In fact, this is exactly what some of the alliance partners have to say. Ties between the Congress and the Samajwadi Party, an important constituent of the INDI bloc, have soured over seat arrangements in Madhya Pradesh. Both parties have hinted they could go it alone in Uttar Pradesh, the country's most populous and politically crucial state. The Congress has lost its bargaining power. The similar state prevails in other states too. Take a look at this report on the widening rift, and then we begin the burning question.
Fault lines in the opposition's INDI bloc became apparent after allies blamed the Congress party for its 3-0 drubbing against the Bharatiya Janata Party in Hindi heartland states.
इसमें कोई दोड़ाई नहीं है कि कांग्रेस पार्टी को जितना एकोमोडेटिव होना चाहिए, जितना अलायंस पार्टनर्स के साथ अंडरस्टैंडिंग बना के चुनावों में जाना चाहिए, उसमें कमी रही है.
मोदी मैजिक है जो चल गया. एक मिनट इधर कैमरे.
जो चल जाता वो चली जाता, जो चल जाता वो चली जाता.
Mamta and Akhilesh have sent out a message that Congress ignoring allies cost them the states.
आप दूसरा ही सवाल ये पूछते हैं कि इंडिया का क्या होगा. हम लोग निराश नहीं हैं और राजनीति में, लोकतंत्र में इस तरह के परिणाम आते हैं। मध्य प्रदेश के चुनाव में बातचीत हुई और ये भी आश्वासन मिला था कि आपको 6 सीटों में विचार किया जाएगा, लेकिन उनकी राजनीतिक परिस्थितियां ये नहीं थी कि हमें साथ लिया जाए समाजवादियों को। चुनाव में हार हुई है, हार को स्वीकार करना पड़ेगा।
The BJP says they had forecast the breakup.
देखिए, हम लोग तो चाहते हैं कि ये लोग सब मिले रहें और 2024 में सभी 6 पार्टी को मिलाकर हराने का काम करें और 24 के बाद 25 में बिहार की जनता बिहार में बदलाव करके इन तमाम लोगों को हराने का काम करें।
The 3 states that the Congress lost sent a combined 65 MPs to the parliament. The losses have weakened the Congress's position in the INDI bloc. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
As far as the Hindi heartland argument actually goes, ladies and gentlemen, what we have essentially seen from 2014 to 2019 is that the Bharatiya Janata Party has only improved its tally from 190 to 196. We are talking about 225 parliamentarians contesting from the Hindi heartland. So how exactly can you really ignore the win or loss in the Hindi heartland? Joining us on the burning question tonight, Vineet Goenka is joining us from the studio. Vivek Silas, he's the spokesperson of Samajwadi Party. Akashdeep Muni, political analyst leaning towards the Aam Aadmi Party. George Korean, political analyst leaning towards the Congress Party. Munojit Mondal, political analyst, joining us from Kolkata. Opening up the debate tonight, Vineet Goenka and George Korean. George Korean, let me first take this question with you. The moment the results actually came in, we saw that there was an attempt that was basically made by at least few Congress leaders to bring up that north-south divide. Let me ask you this question. Aren't you once again playing into the hands of the Bharatiya Janata Party? What the country today needs is a formidable opposition. You cannot take away the fact that a healthy democracy cannot function without perhaps a strong opposition. What the Congress Party has displayed over these last few months, one, not being able to accept the other partners in INDI bloc, perhaps the arrogance once again creeping in. Let's not forget the negotiations that took place in the state of Madhya Pradesh. And of course, we'll play out some of those reactions coming in from the other INDI alliance members. Don't you think if the Congress wants to act like the big brother, perhaps it needs to be far more accommodating?
A very good evening to you, Shravan, to my co-panelists on the show and to your audience. Let me begin by saying I'm a very optimistic person here. So it's not about north-south divide here. We all need to understand that the Congress Party, am I audible? Shravan, am I audible?
Yes, Mr. Korean,
Shravan,
please go ahead.
Great, okay. So as I said, it's not about south-north here. It's just, the Congress Party has a national footprint and there is no two ways about it. And as far as accommodating the alliance partners is concerned, the Congress Party will play a bigger role because of its national footprint, and it is definitely going to accommodate everybody as far as seat sharing is concerned. This win or this loss for the Congress Party in the heartland, or it's not going to make much of a difference because we all know that the elections are compromised. The Congress Party would challenge the Modi magic and Amit Shah and all together that if they have the magic and if Modi has the presence and the edge over the India alliance, they should be more than willing to conduct the Lok Sabha 2024 on paper ballots, because if that is the case, the India alliance is confident with the leaders that it has across the board nationally. Most of them are chief ministerial candidates carrying over 4 decades of experience. I don't need to name them. We will surpass 400 marks on our own. So there is absolutely no two ways about, there is a dissent between the India alliance here, because...
George Korean, are you suggesting that the Congress Party all by itself would be able to do that and you don't need any of the regional players? Not to forget what we have seen in the state of West Bengal, that if at all there was a challenger to the Bharatiya Janata Party, it was none other than Trinamool Congress. If we're talking about down south, it's a similar picture.
Well, Shravan, you need to understand, all the parties which are aligned together as the India Alliance, bloc, they all come from a secular background. They all carry that. So they have the tendency of, raising their opinions and views, putting their views across, without thinking, because that's a democratic way of functioning. Unlike the BJP, where there is no voice, nobody can raise their voice. It comes from the top. So that is one thing. So it really doesn't matter, where affiliation,
Raising voice is absolutely fine.
Speaks out.
Mr. George Kurian, raising voice is absolutely fine. But having said that, on various issues, if you do not speak in one voice, you're only sending a confusing signal to the voters. And that's exactly why we're saying that what's your stand on various issues. I'll come to that, George Kurian, but let me also bring in Vineet Goenka on this. Vineet Goenka, as far as the Bharatiya Janata Party is concerned, they're undoubtedly extremely confident as their performance in Hindi heartland goes. But down south, if you really look at it, starting from Karnataka to Tamil Nadu, or for that matter in Kerala, you've really not done that well, and that is going to perhaps have a serious impact. So aren't you really ignoring the fact that losing out even to regional players would actually dent your prospects? 400 par tabhi ho sakta hai when you actually have these very states in your pocket.
Shravan, Ram Ram to my co-panelists and all the viewers who are watching me right now. Let me take you through the Telangana, where one seat gets into conversion of 8 seats. This jump which you see is 800% in the assembly itself. While Congress has benefited there from 19 to 64. But the victory, if you see the percentage-wise, Congress has lost in Telangana. If I see Mizoram shifting from 1 to 2 seats in the northeast is also a great achievement for Bharatiya Janata Party. Let me tell you one thing more. This is a time when youth, the Adivasis, the people in the country do not believe in divide of north-south, neither do they believe in the language, neither do they believe in the divide of religion. It's about deliveries. What are the deliveries? Very simple. Road. The entire country has been connected. 2, if you see the delivery of economics through regional development across the country, it is phenomenal. So I think people have to understand it's about Vikas, it's about Vishwas. So both the things, काम जो हुआ है वो बहुत ज़्यादा हुआ. On the other hand, my previous panelists talked about democracy in Bharatiya Janata Party. Now let me tell you, Congress, Aam Aadmi Party, TMC, DMK, Samajwadi Party, BSP, please tell me, did you ever hold an election for your president? Did you change the president? Sir, Bharatiya Janata Party, any president you take, is not related to the previous president. The current president, Nadda ji, is nowhere related to any of the president of Bharatiya Janata Party. For that matter, Amit Shah ji was not related to anybody. For that matter, whether it is Nitin Gadkari or Rajnath ji or Murli Manoj Joshi ji, this is the most democratic party where the president
Vineet ji, will you concede the fact that it's a challenging task, an uphill task for the Bharatiya Janata Party as far as opening their account in few states? Of course, there is a fiery, yeah, there's a fiery, I would say, attack by the Bharatiya Janata Party in the state of Tamil Nadu, and it's an aggressive campaigning. But do you really believe that it is still going to be an uphill task?
I feel Bharatiya Janata Party takes every election, be it the election of member of parliament or councillor, they take it very seriously. Every constituency has been taken seriously. So whether it is Pondicherry, whether it is Arunachal Pradesh, Rajasthan or anywhere, they go with the same force, they go with the same intent. And now what people have seen the last 9 years and 7 months, the delivery, unprecedented delivery. Please tell me, did we ever have this kind of delivery? I'll give you an example. There is a discussion called as RISE.
Okay.
What is R? R stands for religion. The way the religion has been taken, religion has not been taken only emotively, it is not only emotional, but also there is economics been attached to it.
Okay.
You see Kashi, the number of
George
visitors
Kurian wants to respond to what you're saying.
So you see Ayodhya, or you talk about, any other place, whether it was Sipra or whether it was Ujjain. The economics behind the religion also helped.
So you're confident that
let me complete. I'll just take your 25 seconds. I stands for infrastructure. Have you ever seen road been built so much? Railways or airports or the dry ports, which has been built. In 70 years, I have never seen this kind of growth which has been done in the infrastructure. S stands for security and the strategic forces. Did we ever think about an air attack being happening across the border, the surgical strikes been there? No tolerance for terrorism. And the E stands for engagements. Now these engagements, did you ever think 3 consecutive presidents of United States of America been talking, shaking, and hugging your prime minister. I saw Obama ji, Trump, and then finally Biden. All three
But
across the board. That talks about great, leveling of things. The engagement which has been done within the country and external.
You do understand. There's no doubt about the fact that you've actually also tried to bring in your foreign policy into your domestic audience and hoping that the domestic audience, Mr. Goenka, will actually accept it. That's fair enough. That's the position that the Bharatiya Janata Party is taking. Let me also bring in the Samajwadi Party into it. Vivek Silas, the fight between you and the Congress Party has only intensified. Akhilesh Yadav has spared no one. In fact, he's made it abundantly clear that if the Congress Party continues in the manner that they do, then it's only doomsday for the Congress Party. So keeping that position in place, how do you see yourself within the INDI bloc? It's going to only be very uncomfortable for you. The Congress is not going to really change. Or are you hoping that there could be a change?
First of all, good evening to all of you and the viewers. I think, as far as the Samajwadi Party is concerned, there is a definite resentment from the Congress Party as to what happened in Madhya Pradesh, and what statements were given by Mr. Kamal Nath was absolutely absurd. That is what I can say. But the situation at the moment, what I can feel and assess at the moment is not as that bad as it looks. But definitely the Congress has to, be more flexible to the allies partner, be it UP, not only in UP, but even in Bengal and Bihar and every other state.
But you're barely...
You cannot ignore.
But Mr. Silas, how will that happen? It's barely about a few months to go for the parliamentary elections, and you don't seem to be speaking in one voice. You're certainly going to hit a stumbling block when it comes to seat sharing as far as your own state of Uttar Pradesh is concerned. So how do you really see yourself as a formidable opposition to the Bharatiya Janata Party?
Look, as far as the Samajwadi Party is concerned, I would like to say again that Samajwadi Party is the biggest opposition party in Uttar Pradesh. We have 125 MLAs out here, and in 2022, though we lost the election, but we managed to get 37.5% of the votes in Uttar Pradesh. So that cannot be ignored, and Congress Party has no relevance in Uttar Pradesh at all. Not at all. They don't even have a proper infrastructure. That is what I said earlier, that Congress has to be more and flexible in not only in Uttar Pradesh but in other states with the allies partner. And as far as the Samajwadi Party is concerned, if the situation is fine,
so you are being optimistic, Mr. Silas.
If they come to our terms, definitely
you're being optimistic.
Go ahead. We have to be optimistic. Why not?
Okay, you are still being optimistic, that hoping that the Congress Party is going to relent.
We are not hoping.
You're still being optimistic that the Congress Party will...
You are not understanding what I am trying to explain.
Okay.
The Congress has to come to our terms in Uttar Pradesh. That is what I precisely meant to say.
I am okay to understand that, Mr. Silas. I am perfectly okay. But the Congress Party has to understand. George Kurian, you've heard what Mr. George Kurian had to say. I'm not saying that's the party position, but having said that, that's the feeling that even Congress supporters have. That look here, we are still the big brother. We are the one who is a national party. So if I am a national party, you ought to, go by what I am saying. Even Professor Mondal is not going to agree, because Trinamool Congress today, just a short while back, I'm given to understand, Chief Minister of West Bengal said, I am not even aware of the India Alliance's meeting that's going to take place. Okay. Okay.
I feel pity on Rahul Gandhi ji. He has been rejected in Uttar Pradesh by Samajwadi Party. TMC rejects him in West Bengal. DMK does not consider him in Tamil Nadu.
Okay.
Poor chap. So, Congress leaders don't consider him anywhere.
Okay, let me just quickly get in Professor Mondal also leaning towards the Trinamool Congress. Professor Mondal, as far as Mamata Banerjee is concerned, a short while back, she also said that I'm not even aware of when is this India Alliance meeting going to take place. Surprisingly, you have Mallikarjun Kharge suddenly realizing that, okay, look here, I need to call everyone together because we've lost 3 major states. Not a single meeting was called when the Congress was preparing for the elections in these 4 states. What does it really talk about the Congress?
Let me say that BJP might jump in joy for their wins in the 3 states, but let them not fly over the moon. because you're talking about down south, I would extend those arguments by saying that you start from the left side of the India map, start from Bengal down to Kerala. And I'm giving you pure numbers. There are about 220 odd parliamentary seats from Bengal down to Kerala. And out of those 220 parliamentary seats, if you extrapolate assembly segments into the parliamentary segments, you'll find that BJP is not even getting 20 seats as it stands today. So out of this 220, if the India alliance can get their act together, they are going to get at least 180 to 200 seats.
Can I ask him a
and
question?
That's pure number. No, please, no, hang on. You haven't spoken enough. That's the number. So it's not just down south. I'm
how many parliamentary seats Bengal has? How many seats are with you and how many seats are with Bharatiya Janata Party? Please tell the audience.
Professor Mondal, please. Professor Mondal, let's bring the. Now, Mr. Goenka has a question. I think he's entitled to even ask a question, Professor Mondal. I think so. Let's keep the decorum intact. Let's keep. You have a point. You have a point. But he's asking you a question that how many parliamentary seats are you talking about from the state of West Bengal? And just a quick question. You are talking about 223, 226 of the Hindi heartland. But the fact of the matter is this. You saying the act, you have to bring everyone together. Who's coming together? You are not going to compromise with the Congress party in the state of West Bengal. Are you willing to give them seats?
I tell you,
I don't know whether Professor Mondal is aware that total number of seats in West Bengal. Please tell me, sir, how many seats are with Bharatiya Janata Party and how many seats are with TMC?
Okay, Professor Mondal, make your point. Mr. Goenka, I've asked him the question. Let him respond.
I tell you one. Again, I'll give you statistics. The numbers. BJP in last election, 2021 elections, they got only 77 seats. Out of those 77, 10 have already come to TMC. Now they are left with 60 odd seats. That amounts to barely 5 to 7 parliamentary segments. So barring those 5 to 7 parliamentary segments, I do not see any possibility of BJP getting beyond 2-digit number. And that is the statistic for you. Now go to Odisha, Jharkhand, Bihar, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, and
let's talk about West Bengal, sir.
Which was their best bastion.
I have never seen in the last 7 decades, Shravanji, talented Bengalis. Banglas are considered to be very good, talented people. You go to corporate, you go to education institutes. Unfortunately, the exodus which has happened from West Bengal. Today in this Noida itself, you see 2 padas coming here as Bengali padas. And so sharp Bengalis have to come here and work as maid servants. It is a pain, sir. If you go to Jaipur, you find Bengalis working there for mason jobs. There is a big exodus of
let's do something. Let's stick to the. You're right. You're right on one aspect. I can't deny that. Okay, Professor Mondal, I understand.
Professor Mondal, can I speak one line in Bangla for you? Okay. Chorer mai bodo gala. Dada, tumi to Bengali bujo.
You legitimate. You are chore.
Dada, tumi Bengali bujo. Correct. Chorer mai bodo gala. You shout here. But people know the tyranny which is going on there in West Bengal.
I'll just request, gentlemen, let's focus. Let's bring back the debate. Professor Mondal and Mr. Vili is going to retreat a little bit. Retreat a little bit. Now, bring back the focus. Professor Mondal. You are saying in Kerala. Now, ifs and buts. You are hoping that the Bharatiya Janata Party does not do well in the state of West Bengal. Everyone was caught by surprise when the numbers went up to, if I'm not wrong, 19, if it's as far as 2019 elections are concerned. That took even you by surprise, Professor Mondal.
It was 18. You're forgetting the number. It was 18.
Okay, chalo. I agree. I can come wrong with that.
It is now 17.
When I see Professor Mondal frustrated and yelling,
it is only 5.
It was a guarantee that West Bengal will have a change.
Okay.
Did you ever imagine in West Bengal, Durga invasion being denied? Did you ever imagine Hindu Bengali exodus from West Bengal?
I don't want to bring this entire debate to just about West Bengal because this is about the national picture. As far as 2 states that I have also traveled to, Karnataka as well as Telangana. Okay, Professor Mondal, will you agree or not? Will you agree or not? And perhaps Akashdeep Muni can also come into this. Akashdeep Muni, let me bring you in, and Professor Mondal, I'll take you in 1 second. Akashdeep Muni, it is two states. I'm not claiming for the other states, two states that I have traveled to. The bigger problem. 1 minute, Professor Mondal, just let me ask the question.
No, hang on. Modi, listen to the point.
Okay, yeah, you do it. There is a deficiency. Who is supposed to go and tell?
Modi,
who is the Congress is your partner.
Of Congress party in these three states. Because of the
are you willing to say this? The CPM in the state of West Bengal is abusing the Congress party. How exactly? No, you tell me something. You tell me something. Where exactly does the Congress? Where does the Congress really position itself? In the state of Kerala, in the state of Kerala, they are fighting the CPM. In the state of West Bengal, they are fighting. You have Adhiranjan when he's in Murshidabad, when he's in Kolkata, he sings a different tune. When in the moment he lands in the national capital, he sings a different tune. Adhir Babu ends up abusing Mamata Banerjee when he's in West Bengal.
I would like to
So
speak to
keep that in mind, Professor Mondal, because that is not going to iron out even if you wish.
Professor Mondal, let me remind you again. You cannot
I just want to bring in
West Bengal.
Okay, Akashdeep. Okay, Professor Mondal, let me just give a chance to Akashdeep Muni. Akashdeep Muni, let me also bring you in. As far as the state of Punjab is concerned, something that you closely focus, state of Punjab. Okay, 1 second, Professor Mondal, hold on. I'll come back to you. Let me just quickly give a word. Now, let me just give a quick word to Akashdeep. Akashdeep, the same is happening in the state of Punjab. As far as Aam Aadmi Party is concerned versus Congress, even in Delhi, they are fighting. You may want to wish that things are going to change, but the reality is that there is a huge amount of discomfort among all the leaders. Professor Mondal is agreeing to the fact. He's agreeing to the fact that Congress has to bring its act together. Will that really happen? With just about a few months ago, we have seen the attitude that they displayed in Madhya Pradesh, because for a brief moment, they had this feeling that they're going to buck. They're going to be able to make the most of anti-incumbency. It did not happen.
See, Shravan, this particular elections of these 5 states was very decisive. You know why I am saying decisive? This is decisive and an eye-opener for Congress party. Just see, they were in alliance. You cannot tell that, we are in alliance nationally and not in state. The common voter does not understand. Just see this case. You fight an election in Madhya Pradesh and you have bordering state with Uttar Pradesh. Still you say, who is Akhilesh Vakhilesh? We don't know. Is this an attitude that they should do it? Common people will understand. Then what they do is that they have an alliance partner in Tamil Nadu who says, who does comments after comments against Hinduism. All the leaders, including India partners, should have come down heavily against it. This didn't go well with the common voter, because the common voter who is a practicing Hindu, he will not understand anti-Sanatan statements what Udaynidhi Maran has given. It hampered Congress chances in Madhya Pradesh, which was they were sure to win. They won it last time. Just a year ago, they won it. And specifically Chhattisgarh. If you want to beat Bharatiya Janata Party and then go and do a Natmastak in front of Bageshwar Dham, the voter will be confused. The voter will be voting for Bharatiya Janata Party. Why he will vote for you if you go for soft Hindutva? You have to go for aggressive performance, aggressive work, and work only.
Okay. George Kurian and then Vinit.
Can I have a line?
Just Vinit, I'll give you the chance. Let's just get a Congress view on this also. Let's just, okay. Almost everyone.
No, wait a minute.
I appreciate one thing. Akashdeep Muni, you are being candid. You are being candid. Mr. Silas has been very candid. Okay, make your point.
10 seconds. Now
go ahead, Akashdeep. Go ahead.
In Chhattisgarh, there is a fight between Singhdeo and Baghel. In Madhya Pradesh, there is a fight between Kamalnath. In Rajasthan, there is a fight between Gehlot and Sachin Pilot. The management has to be so strong that if a message goes, they have to abide, like Bharatiya Janata Party did. In Rajasthan, they gave a message that we will be not naming the
So
chief
you all
minister
admit that
candidate. They have admitted the people
You know,
in down line, they have acknowledged it.
Okay, Akash,
I'm enjoying this debate.
somewhere down the line, what has
I'm enjoying this
happened?
debate because I don't have to speak anything against the Congress.
No, that's an interesting fact. Akash, almost
Today,
each one of you, almost each one of you, each one of you have vented out your frustration against the Congress party. Mr. Kurian, it's high time the Congress party understands this, that there is, Mr. Professor Mondal wants to direct it towards the BJP, but his real frustration is also with the Congress party. Akashdeep today has been extremely candid. He's made it very clear that, look here, you can't really fight a disciplined party like the Bharatiya Janata Party by making, having infighting within your own party. One state that you won in Telangana, there too, it seems, the man who should be credited for the victory, that is Revanth Reddy. Today you have an Uttam Reddy who's a parliamentarian considered to be close to the, the family, is suddenly being propped up. Okay, there is a possibility that someone else could become the chief minister. When you won the election on Revanth Reddy's face, you want someone else also. You are allowing even voices to come out that, okay, Uttam Reddy or whoever else can be the chief minister too. George Kurian, be it the Aam Aadmi Party, be it the Trinamool Congress or Mr. Silas's party, Samajwadi Party, each one of them are frustrated to the core that you cannot act as the big brother when you do not have the numbers with you. If you had the numbers, probably that would have gone down well. It's not going down well. You have to respect a Trinamool Congress that is, putting up a stiff resistance against the Bharatiya Janata Party. The Samajwadi Party is putting up a stiff resistance in the state of Uttar Pradesh, where you have no say. You have no say in West Bengal. You have no say in Uttar Pradesh, and that's a reality. Accept it and move on. Mr. Kurian.
Well, Shravan, let me reassure to my co-panelists on the show from Aam Aadmi Party, Samajwadi Party and TMC here, and to the larger interest of the audience who are watching at this point in time, the Congress Party is capable of, coming to an understanding with all the like-minded parties who have aligned with the India Alliance. And it's not a big deal. As far as the statements which came from, a few Congress leaders, I really condemn on that one, that could have been avoided. But having said that, the central leadership and the AICC is capable of coming to an understanding and accommodate all the parties and carry everybody along for 2024, and the Congress Party and the India bloc will come with a very robust kind of a manifesto they will put in place, and things will be sorted out. This is nothing to be worried. As I said earlier, because we come from a secular background and, we believe in democracy within the party, we kind of, raise our voices and, we are open to hearing opinions
Mr.
from
Kurian,
the other parties as
the rhetoric
well.
sound, Mr. Kurian, the real fight is not about secularism here. The real fight is that, are you acceptable to the people of India? And can you actually behave like a formidable opposition party? And can you really take everyone along with you? And you need to wake up and smell the coffee that you are certainly not doing well in major states. You should actually give up. Concede that you cannot perhaps
hang on.
have regional satraps like Mamata Banerjee, or for that matter Akhilesh Yadav being completely. You cannot ignore a Mamata Banerjee or for that matter an Akhilesh Yadav in Uttar Pradesh and suddenly think that you will become a face there. You can't. One final word that I want to give to you, Mr. Goenka. As far as the Bharatiya Janata Party is concerned, yes, you need to pat your back as far as your performance in the Hindi heartland is concerned. 226 seats. Professor Mondal says, what happens to 223 seats down south? And there is a problem. You are facing stiff resistance. You're hoping that Karnataka would change. But the reality is, you're still not being accepted down south.
See, I think those who are sensible in the politics will now not try to divide this country on religion, caste, geographies. Enough of this division.
Who is talking about division? It's your prerogative.
Country in caste.
Nobody is talking about division.
I think probably now people will not talk about dharma. They will not talk about Jat, Paat, Bhasha. It's about development. The delivery has been done by this thing. The number of airports been delivered, number of trains been delivered, the number of kilometers of road been built. And the biggest is women-centric approach of this current regime. the number of toilets been built. Had you ever thought that more than 10 crore toilets will be built? Gas is
you're hoping
the tribals are behind Narendra Modi, the women is behind Narendra Modi. And in West Bengal, sensible Bengalis are behind Narendra Modi. Those who have been
I do agree. If you simply look at if you simply look at the acceptance, if you simply look at the acceptance, the welfare schemes, even in Jharkhand, if I'm not wrong, Mr. Goenka, the announcements that have been made by the Prime Minister with regards to tribal welfare has been
PDS. I'll tell you, PDS in the time of COVID, the vaccines
in Jharkhand, one of the reasons why
about the credibility of the Prime Minister.
One of the reasons why I'm told, because I've got, you know, the sense I got from the state of Jharkhand also, JMM was a little unnerved with the kind of announcement that was made during the anniversary of Birsa Munda, and that is the reason why perhaps the acceptance right now of the Bharatiya Janata Party as far as tribal fronts are concerned, and even for that matter, this old caste census that you were talking about, look at what has happened to the Congress Party.
So 2 lines for Professor
as far
Mandal.
as the backward caste are concerned. Quick point.
Professor Mandal, be assured, next Durga Puja, Bharatiya Janata Party is there in West Bengal.
Okay. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for joining us on the burning question. Professor Mandal, I'll come back to you. Okay, Professor Mandal, don't get riled up. You need to, you know, more than convincing the Bharatiya Janata Party, Professor Mandal, you'll have to do the convincing of George Kurian's party. Mr. Kurian's party is more, the convincing has to be done for the Congress, not the BJP. Okay, gentlemen, we're running out of time. Okay, Mr. Goenka, thank you very much. And all the others joining us on the burning question. That question still remains. What really happens to the India alliance on several issues, and where do they really stand on issues that matters the nation? Well, as several top policymakers and members of corporate India converge at Republic's third India Economic Summit at the national capital, Republic is all set to bring you its day-long event tomorrow on the 5th of December, starting at 8:45 in the morning. Don't miss out on the action as government representatives and industry leaders discuss India's growth at the Economic Summit, sustaining the dream run.